3, 2, 1. Lines, lines, lines. Shape, color, texture, form, space, value. Today we are going to be learning all about texture. Texture is how something feels when you touch it. Something can feel soft, like a comfy hoodie, or bumpy, like a beaded necklace. We're going to be looking for texture around you.
Hello, my wonderful artist. I'm joining you outside today because today we are going to go on a leaf scavenger hunt. It is autumn now, and I want you to look around your yard or your neighborhood for some leaves that have fallen on the ground. Be sure and ask a grown-up before you leave. Maybe they can go on a walk with you around your neighborhood after they're done with work today. These leaves aren't a very pretty color right now, but they do have a great texture, which is what we want them for. Look for leaves of different shapes and sizes.
For this part of the project, you will need crayons and paper. If your leaves are wet from outside, you need to dry them with a paper towel first. When you look at your leaves, you'll notice that the back has more texture than the front. So when you put your leaf underneath your paper, you need to make sure that the back of the leaf is up. Place your leaf underneath your paper and use a crayon to color on top of where the leaf is. You'll have to be careful to hold your leaf with one hand and color with the other hand. When you're coloring, use a medium pressure. You can practice coloring with a medium pressure on your paper. When you're done, you should be able to see the texture on your paper. You can use as many leaves as you want to do texture rubbings and just arrange them on your paper in whatever way you want. Use different colors and experiment with the different shapes and sizes of leaves that you picked. I really like experimenting with color when I make art. So for some of my leaves, I overlap two colors. So for this one, I colored with orange first and then colored yellow on top of it to make a yellow-orange. You could try this on your paper. Here are some things not to do when you are doing your texture rubbings. If you color too lightly, the texture of your leaf won't show up. It's important to color with a medium pressure. And don't scribble scrub, just color on the area where the leaf is. When you're done, you could even do some tracings of your leaf. Just put your leaf on top of the paper this time, Hold it with one hand and carefully draw around the outline.
You can look all over your house for things with textures. You don't have to just use the leaves. Texture is how something feels. This table has texture. I could do a rubbing of this table. Just be sure that you put the paper down first and then use the crayon lightly to get the texture of the table. My dog has a fluffy texture. Rowena, do you want me to try doing a texture rubbing on your fur? I don't think she wants me to do that. But I could try this rug. Be sure that you color on the paper and not the rug. The texture of the rug looks different than the texture of the table. Go on a texture hunt all over your house. This floor has texture. Just be sure not to color on the floor. Color on the paper. Are you sure I can't color your fur? The top of this container is bumpy. Let's see what texture that makes. Bumpy. How about this little trampoline? That made a texture like a net. There's my other dog with short fur for texture. I don't think she would like me to do a texture rubbing of her fur either. How about this really wooden part of my couch? Be really careful not to color on the couch. Texture. Something is smooth like this countertop, it may show up just like smooth coloring. That's why smooth surfaces are a really great place to color. Smooth texture. You might need help from a grown-up with some things, like this vegetable basket. It's high up, and I might need some help holding it.